Rock and roll.
You got the announcements going, Connor?
Yep, I
At least
just
in
announced
theory,
it.
we do.
All right, cool. I'll make Quinn a little VIP. I see him in chat. What up, Quasar? Quasar.
What up, Cornish?
Just
How we
finished your
doing?
edit. Wow, let's go. Yes, Kwai. We missed you.
Yo, what up, girl?
Emma, what up, Eva?
Yeah, let me pull up the chat here really quick, too. Good
Got the
point.
chat going. Say hi if you're in chat. Say hi. We got Connor hanging for a sec. You know,
Yes.
we figure he's been good for the past week or so. We've got to reward him with a little bit of screen time.
This is how I get paid a little bit of screen time. Then that's
Yeah.
it. Back to the dungeon.
Yeah.
Oh, the dungeon is way too good. We've got worse.
Hype train conductor. Yes.
Has high ceilings. It's okay.
Cornish Gamer, Kawaii, Eva. Who else is in there? Nice.
Eva.
Everybody's chilling. People are probably coming in. You did the thing on whatchamacallit.
Yeah, I got Discord up and running for that. Just announced it.
Let's go. Just VIP'd Cornish Gamer. Feel like they've been here forever. Founder, 4-month subscriber. Let's go. Yo, all right. Connor just had winter. We've got fires. Hemet's burning alive, and San Diego's chill.
Yeah, exactly.
How's everybody doing, though, other than that?
Is anyone having mild weather? Does that exist anymore?
Mild weather in the ocean.
Not in my
Mild
lifetime
weather.
now.
Mild weather in the ocean. How's everybody doing? Dallas is, says Emma.
Yo, Jeremy, what up, dude?
You're on vacation.
Jer's in there. Nice. Where are you on vacation at?
I love that Eva's casually in Turkey. In Istanbul.
I know.
Yeah. Vancouver.
Isn't that great?
What up, Odin?
Odin, brother.
Parker.
What up, Parker? Parker, it's good to have you, my guy. We miss hanging with you consistently.
Miss you, Parker. I've been trying to watch you stream, and I've been doing an awful job at it. Forgive me.
Blame Canada. Blame Canada. Vancouver, that's awesome. Steve, are you still stream fidgeting? Is that where your attention is?
Yeah. I was
okay.
I was
Connor and I are gonna
adding
hang
the I was putting the chat in there
Oh, it's all good.
so that we can see it.
Connor,
Wait, where was he on vacation at? Did he say?
Vancouver.
Oh, Vancouver. Oh, nice.
Not a bad spot to be posting up right now.
Remember when the South Park movie was like the most offensive thing ever? Well, it still is, but that movie's crazy. Have you watched that
Claim
movie?
to fame for South Park. Most offensive
I've seen points of it, but not the whole thing. But if you want to talk about a crazy movie, was it Team America or whatever?
Oh, Team America was
Oh, yeah.
crazy too.
That's
oh
an
my
OG
goodness.
crazy movie.
Actually stumbled. I don't know if anybody else, but with everything being shut down, I have watched almost
Thank you,
every
Brendan.
revenge B movie that exists, and it's shocking how many of those Bruce Willis is in.
I saw your tweet about that, and I died laughing. He was in so many movies when he was
In the
just
last
getting started.
5 years, he's been in I've watched 15 movies I've never heard of with Bruce Willis. They're all
Bruce
all but they're
He's
fun
trying to
at
pay
2
his
o'clock in the
rent.
morning. He's got to pay his rent. Definitely
And
does.
then it's okay.
Fair enough.
Actually, I found a really good movie called Ashby on
Oh,
Amazon
yeah.
Prime Video.
I've seen that.
What's that?
I was shocked. I've never
It's
heard
about
of that
this
movie.
old guy who's like friends with, right? Something.
Yeah, ex-CIA assassin.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
The kid was hilarious.
Isn't that the guy?
Very John
from,
Hughes.
yeah, Nat Wolff. Yeah, he's the guy from.
Yes.
It's either him or his brother that's in Hereditary. I've never seen
that's a good
That's
Hereditary.
where I've seen it. I wondered.
One time when I was covering Coachella, like when I go to Coachella, I like stay in houses with a bunch of other people, and Nat Wolff was one of the people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I spent
That's
the whole
cool.
weekend with him. It was interesting.
Dude, he was so good in that. I was really shocked.
Who was it? Who was the guy who made Get Out? Was it Jordan Peele? What's his
Jordan
his
Peele.
name?
What for us?
I got to meet him when the whole screenplay awards were going on.
That's
and
pretty sweet.
He was the first person in LA to actually give me a firm handshake. Everyone else
That's
kind of
awesome.
gives you like that, like That little soft one's like you have germs on you, and man with a good handshake. I respect that so much.
Everybody else gave you a Rona handshake?
Dude, everyone's giving me pre-Rona handshakes. Like I have some germs. He gave me a firm 2-pump handshake. Just how we do it. I respect that so much.
Whoa, thanks
Such
for
a nice
the
guy.
convert, Cornish gamer. I don't even know what that means, but cool. Yeah, everybody say hi. Everybody hang out. We got good hangs today.
We have the OG members here today.
Yeah, I like it. We got another 7 minutes. People come in, hang out. We're gonna try to. Once I finish, I have another wedding to shoot this week. So just
Really?
Yeah. So full disclosure, Steve, are you available next Monday, same time, or no?
I will have to check.
Okay. Well,
That's
if
a
you're
good
not
question.
available, Connor's gonna jump in. But if you are
Okay.
available, we're good. Because I won't be here on Sunday. So next week we have to do. What up, Nate? Oh yeah, my stream title says "Coming with Spud." I always do that.
Forget to
Adam,
change it.
please.
Yeah. What up, guys? I've only been doing this for 4 months.
It feels like it's gone by so fast. Do you feel the
Dude.
same?
I'm like, I can't believe we're almost at like half a year.
There we go.
We're going
I got
hard.
the stream where I
With
want.
the Sundays, let me change it.
Boom.
Edit stream info.
All right, I just finished setting everything up. I'm streaming. If people are wondering, I'm streaming tonight, so I'm setting OBS up for it.
Yeah.
When did you want to know about? Monday
Next
at
Sunday.
5?
Yeah, next Sunday.
Not Sunday. Monday.
Monday. Yeah.
Monday.
Nah, I'll don my
The
ball cap for you,
21st.
Steve, and take over.
Yeah.
That
5
could be
months,
tight.
Savannah?
I'm actually judging an image competition that night.
Okay. Is that all right, Steve? That we have
Yeah,
Connor
that's
jump
fine.
in?
Yeah,
All
jump
right.
in, Connor.
I apologize on that, Steve.
I'll do my best.
Why with the 5 gift
Dude,
tier?
I'm easy.
Everybody, Parker, Brett, thank you for gifting. Emma, you have an exam to do. What are you doing? Thank you. I appreciate it. What
Yeah.
up, Juan?
Emma's an OG.
That's
Look
Juan.
at this hype train.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go, Emma. You're the
Let's
best.
party.
Thank you.
Hype train before that we get Quinn in here. Quinn in chat is at Quasar. Let's see if I can do it.
Here, and
Shut up.
here's all his social tags, everyone. Go give him
Oh,
a
there we
peep.
go. Yeah. Wait, that came up as one huge link, Connor, just so you know.
Oh, crap. We'll fix during next stream. My bad,
Emma,
guys.
thank you. Thank you. They managed to mod Emma up at this point, at this rate. What up, Nate? Nate Hill. But yeah, so next week, everybody, we're doing a Monday stream, same time, just because I won't be in town and there's no way we're starting the stream at 9 p.m.
Where are you going to be?
Connecticut.
Ooh,
Connect
nice.
the dots.
Yeah, link is broken. Yeah, all the link is one together. He'll hit it in a sec with the correct links.
Yeah, once I'm off of this, I can hit that real quickly. Actually, let me tackle that right now before we get too lost in the sauce.
Yeah, but yeah, good luck. Have good luck with your exam, everybody. Say good luck to Emma. And
Good luck, Emma.
Thanks for the
You
brief
got this.
hype train. This channel is solely funded by Emma.
But actually, though,
Yeah.
Really,
and
to
somehow,
everybody that subscribes, it helps Adam out a lot with this channel, so thank you.
yeah, basically it pays for everything that I can't pay for out of pocket. So, well, I do pay for out of pocket. So it pays for like, Zoom, or I haven't upgraded anything yet, but that's pretty much it. It's not a viable.
Well, and
source
Connor's
of income.
salary.
Yeah, Connor's salary.
Right.
Yeah,
guys, please, I don't want to go hungry.
yeah.
Connor
Connor's
uses
looking-
his salary for the posters that are on the wall behind
Okay.
him.
No, you didn't get it, Connor.
Let me
Again?
see.
Oh, did it work?
I'm not
No,
sure.
it
I
came in as
changed it so they'd have spaces in here, and let me dabble. Let me fix.
Let him dabble.
Just put space and then put this something. Yeah, it doesn't work. Connor, can't wait to get you out of here and get Quinn in. God, I need your full
I'm ready just to
attention.
be dragged, guys. I need a healthy dragging. It
Just
hasn't
give
been
him-
a few minutes.
You just give him lasagna pasta sheets.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yo, my girlfriend just made lasagna this last week, and I was having that every single day. Why is this happening? Okay, hold up.
Yeah, we made some homemade pasta, like lasagna sheets, and made lasagna out of it. There's nothing like it.
It is like the Italian cake. It's just too good. Let's see.
Man, Connor.
Okay. Third time's the charm.
Or it's not.
Connor, just put one link in.
Why? But okay, I'm just
Just
gonna put
type
this
it,
in.
you goon. I know you're like trying to do the commands. It's so funny.
I'm trying to be I want to be
Beat
a
him
cool
to
kid.
it, because he's slow. I got him.
Wow, Steve, are you taking
hold
my
on.
job?
Steve, you put his tagged links too. Oh my god. All right, Connor got it now.
What's up?
Connor.
Um,
No, that's
Yeah,
that's
because
way
that's
too
the
much.
page that I'm on, actually, yeah.
That was not enough
You got it.
dragging, Steve. I need only drag.
Yeah, I posted the wrong one. Darn it.
Perfect.
Steven, if you want, while we talk to him, I kind of liked how you scan through their work and stuff as visuals. It's cool. So if you ever feel like doing that, you know, when we talk to Quinn and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I've got his page up right here, and I've got his website ready to go, too.
and I'll have better internet by next week, and we'll get it unlocked.
Promise.
And then I'm gonna start editing too once I can at night, and we'll have I don't know what's your guys' vibes. Is 7:00 California time too late for everybody? 6 or 7 to just hang on weeknights. All right, later, Jer. Thanks for coming.
Peace out, brother. I think it's fine. I will feel bad if I can't always make it, but I always enjoy just hopping in when it happens.
I'm just trying to think of like
watching.
how I can stream consistently for for a time. And
That's the hard part is
Yeah.
the time, picking the time.
Well, I want to have a schedule, so I keep thinking like I'm gonna do something more like 7 at night to like 9 at night, or 6 or something to 9, so I can do something consistently every night where I work and hang out with people.
I would say
just
just pick a time that works best for you. So
Yeah.
that's the hard part. It's about working around your schedule, and then once you have like that set time in your schedule, just nail it out, and then people will come.
Whatever. Steve, I don't know if you should check the waiting room. Quinn might be in there actually.
Oh, okay. Let me do that right now.
And,
Are we still rocking this hype train?
No, but I have participants up in front of me, so I'll see when he comes in.
okay, cool. Quinn, if you can't get in, let us know in chat, because maybe the link changed because I changed the. Remember, thanks for all those subs, guys.
Yeah, much love to everyone.
I like how everybody says.
For people that don't follow Connor, I just put Connor's @tag up there. If you want to follow Connor, it's on the screen.
But if Connor says weird shit, please don't leave. Please keep hanging out with us. And
It is my opinions do not reflect the stream. Ignore me.
Really?
everyone
Connor
give
does
a-
does not equal endorsement.
My subs don't go to the stream. They just go straight to Steve's voice and Adam's subs. So that's okay.
Connor
Parker.
saying weird shit.
I'm a wild card, baby.
So I don't know where Marissa is,
Here
or
we
I gotta
go.
check what she's announced
Ooh.
on socials. Did Marissa have any good news on socials?
Yeah, she got engaged.
Yeah, she got engaged. She texted me about it, but I didn't check it online. So maybe she's off being engaged now.
I'm so happy
Yeah.
for her.
I just
told her
added
that-
Quinn in.
Yeah,
He's not
Quinn's
in
coming. No, he'll be here soon. Everybody's sensor cleaning. Connor, you got to leave, bro.
I gotta leave. Oh, okay. Well, peace out, guys. See you
Later. We'll see you in chat,
Good
Connor.
to see you, buddy.
3 at a time is max. Sorry.
I admitted Quinn.
Yeah, it took a
he's
sec
not-
earlier, too. It's fine.
Okay.
I think he's just coming in.
Here
He's
he comes.
teleporting. Yeah.
The man, the myth.
The man, the myth, the legend, Quinn Quasar. What up? I got you. I'm going to ask you to unmute. Or you got to ask him to unmute, Steve.
Yep,
So
I can do it. I'll just unmute him.
There we go.
Oh, can you
There we
all hear
go.
me?
What up? Yeah.
Yep, you're in.
How's it going, everyone?
What up, Brett?
Welcome,
Thanks for
man.
having me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
welcome.
of course. Thank you for including me. Appreciate it. It's good to be here.
Yeah, dude, I saw you in chat. Appreciate that. I put you as a little VIP, which gives you a diamond that's purple. So
Oh, sweet.
enjoy your purple diamond.
Perfect. I will cherish it.
Yes, of course. How you doing, man?
Good. Just hanging out. Enjoying the weekend a little bit. Staying inside though because of the low air quality. But
Yeah, Steve. Quinn's up in Culver City, so kind of close to you. I mean, not really.
Oh, you're not far. Yeah.
nice. Where
Actually,
you at,
he's
Steve?
up. He's up closer to the castle. Actually.
Yes, Steve is a magician, which we talked about prior to
Right,
Steve entering
right, we
with
did.
Connor. Steve, let's see one trick. Come on. Just the same one, just.
Bravo.
I love how easy it is. I'm like, yeah, that works. That's cool.
Count
It's
it.
like it's the simple things in life, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love
Can you
that.
do that, but with money?
Yeah, but it's always leaving.
But like
never
no
comes.
money,
Can you
then
turn
money.
a 5 into a 50 for me?
Yeah, 5 and 50.
Well,
Just add a zero.
I
That's
had
like
you
adding
until
nothing.
you said for me. Up
Oh,
until then, I was
right,
good. But
right.
when you said for me, that yeah.
Uh,
Have you
That's
been to the
fair.
castle since you're up that
I
way?
have not. No. I've
so you
See,
even know what he's
Adam-
talking
never
about
been.
is the real question.
Yeah, the Magic Castle. I've
Okay,
driven
yeah,
past
just
it
making sure.
hundreds of times, but never been inside, unfortunately.
Steve's your ticket.
It's a magical place.
He's a magician there.
No.
Really?
No. I'm a member there. I'm a
A
member.
member.
I see.
That's
In
about it.
order to be a member there, you have to be a magician, right?
No.
Oh, I thought you had to take like a test.
No, like our mutual friend John, he's a member there. He's not a magician.
Oh,
But if you want to be
Well,
a
Steve's
magician
still cool.
member, they have a magician member. I had to do an audition, but you can join without an audition. It just costs more.
Right.
So I
makes
did the
sense.
audition. It was a 15-minute audition from hell. Yeah.
well, I've been to the Magic Castle with Steve twice, right? Twice. Once.
You didn't go with ADTR, so
Nah.
was that one twice. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, when did I go with you? No, I only went with you and my roommates. Did we go with somebody? And we went
so
alone.
only
before?
once.
Yeah.
So only once.
But going there with him is awesome, Quinn, because he knows everything. So you get like a personal tour guide. And it was
Interesting.
great. Yeah, it was
It's a
cool.
fun place. It's a very fun place.
Is it open right now? Are they having shows at all?
No.
Or is it all? Yeah.
No, they have food to go, so you can
Okay.
access their restaurant, which is amazing.
Cool.
But no, they're closed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Food to go from the Magic Castle. What a concept.
Yeah. brings new meaning to Uber Eats.
Yeah, right?
They don't even have a chef. They just have someone just pulling out.
Yeah, they're actually
Wait a
they
The
run
genie
to
from
Pizza
Aladdin.
Hut, get the pizza, bring it there, and give it to the
Right.
Uber Eats guy. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Robin Williams is back there just making baklava.
Oh, R.I.P.
R.I.P. to the legend. That was an Aladdin reference, an attempt at one.
There's a new
Yeah.
documentary on Robin Williams that looks really interesting.
Ooh, I gotta watch that.
Yeah. for
that
sure.
talks about his illness that they knew about at the end that
Mm.
most people didn't.
That's why he took his own life, correct? Because
Yeah.
of this illness. So sad, but what a
Yeah.
legend.
One of the most brilliant comedians to ever exist.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. So Quinn,
Yes.
what are you shooting these days? Anything? What's your vibe?
Yeah, I've sort of pivoted into shooting a lot more. Still doing a lot of music stuff in terms of like shooting with artists, portraits,
Yeah.
doing behind the scenes on some music videos.
Oh, cool.
But really just more private stuff, like being in the studio a lot with people.
Mhm.
I've been working with actually Ashley Osborne, who you
Mhm.
know, I believe.
Yeah, I know Ashley very well.
Yeah, we've been on a few shoots together, so
That's
still
awesome.
finding ways to stay busy and stay productive, but obviously, nothing that really looks like what I was doing before. So
Yeah.
So what type of thing are you shooting in studios?
typically press or promotional photos for artists or like album art. Yeah, that's about it really. Just like portraits.
The more marketing stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
the stuff they can use for the concerts they'll have eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Well,
when we originally,
people are still releasing music, so they
Mhm.
they need photos and videos for that too.
originally met, I was introduced to you through. Actually, I forget who, but it was for
Miranda,
a
I think it's Miranda.
Oh yeah, for a photographer hangout, and you were
Yeah.
like a Coachella photographer, right? Like you worked
Right.
on Coachella. Did you do that 1 year, or a few years, or how many years? What did you do?
Yeah, I did Coachella 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. 17, 18,
Always
and 19.
always on the photo crew?
hmm
Do
Yeah,
you know
I had
Jose
done other.
Negretti?
Of course, yeah. Jose's so Jose and I actually like roomed together the first few festivals I did with Golden Boys. He like showed
I know
the ropes
Jose,
and
right,
took me under his
Steve?
wing.
Yeah, I introduced you to Jose once at I brought him to
Self-help?
self-help with me.
Yeah, and Jose's like
Wow.
a younger guy that's really good friends with Steve, actually.
Oh,
Right?
no way.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jose,
Jose
and
knows everyone.
Jose knows everyone. He was in marching band with my kid in high school.
No way.
And when he started taking photography classes, he came to me and said, "Would you look at some photos and tell me what you think?"
Wow.
And so started there, and yeah, Jose, we've shot Warped Tour a bunch of times together, and
Very
Jose's
cool.
a great dude.
That's awesome.
Great
Small
dude.
world
Beautiful
right there.
human. Yeah. Wow.
I got to text him and tell him I'm on with you. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Please
Send him
do.
a pic.
God, I
Send
miss
him-
that guy.
Tell him to come hang.
Yeah.
Connor had a quick question. What do you think? I know we're getting into the thick of it, but
No
for
worries.
people, like you've been shooting portraits and stuff, but for people who want to shoot music, maybe after Corona's over, what do you think they could shoot? Maybe other types of photography to kind of get their skills ready for once Corona is over and they shoot shows more.
That's a good question. I think for music, live music photography especially, it's what's unique about it is it's sort of the dynamic aspect, or like you're always reacting or in motion. So anything
That's a
that
good
you
way to
can
think about it.
find, like as the photographer, you're basically you're a viewer and you're having to react to whatever's happening in front of you. So anything that you can find that's in line with that, whether it's like street photography, that would be a great place to start. I mean, it's like it's a similar approach in that you're sort of waiting for this perfect moment.
Nothing's in your control.
Exactly.
Other than your feet, I guess.
Right. Yeah, you can't really control what's happening. You control how you react to it.
You start yelling at people.
Which is a great way to get kicked out of the pit.
Or kicked out of the street.
Yeah.
Get that guy out of here.
Yeah.
But the analogy to street photography is interesting to me because that
I like that one. That's good.
It's not street photography from a content point of view,
right?
But from the fact that you are and not unlike weddings in some ways too. You're waiting for something to unfold in front of you, and you want to capture the moment as it happens.
Exactly.
And you kind of know to an extent like what realm of things are going to happen. Like of course there's the exception to the rule, like I don't know, the stage falling over, the equivalent of maybe somebody getting hit by a car. But for the most part, it's going to be people walking through the street, people who live on the street, people who do interactions on the street. And that's kind of cool. I never really thought about it that way. I've never used that analogy. I like it.
That's the first time I've really considered it. So I'm glad that question was asked. Thank you, Connor. But it's like you have all the elements there kind of swirling about, and you're waiting for them to align in the way that fits your vision, I guess. Same thing with music. Like you have the artist or the band or in the stage design, and like what you're getting, but how do you make it look the way you want to represent it?
Yes.
I don't know. Jose answered back, by the way.
What did he
say?
He
said,
Jose?
"Oh, that guy, the one with the hair." No, he actually said, "I love Quinn. He's the best, one of the best people I've ever worked with." Is what he was.
My heart, love that guy. I miss him. I'm gonna hit him up after this for sure.
Connor said, "LOL." So not Steve or Adam because of the hair part. I don't know. You guys have seen the movie School
Oh my
of
God,
Rock,
we
right?
have somebody on that's not bald.
Let's go.
Woo! Yeah, I got enough hair for all of us.
Yet.
I was just gonna say you got to represent for everyone here.
Give it time. My hair.
Brett Blackman is a big fan. Is that one of your homies?
That's a dear friend of mine who I've had the pleasure of working with over the years.
Thanks, Brett, for coming and supporting and
Love
hanging.
you, Brett.
Yeah,
Brett's
awesome.
always Brett is one of the people who I've been lucky enough to be friends with in music, who is always just supportive of everyone. He's a uniter of people's. We got tattoos. We got Friday the 13th tattoos together like 5 years ago, just on a whim. Is he a
photographer?
No, he works in music. He's a music manager.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
yeah, he manages like Hotel Garuda, Manila Killa, a lot of people on like the dance music.
Yeah, I'm beating you to it, Connor.
Yeah.
Well, Brett, thank you for joining us, man.
Brett. Well, thanks, Brett, for being cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Hold on. Now
know.
we got
This is just a random thought that came to mind while we're talking about teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys seen? My connection's unstable. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Have you guys seen School of Rock? With Jack
Only
Black?
1,000
the
times.
movie. Yeah.
One of my favorite lines he has is, "Those who can't learn, teach, and those who can't teach Jim."
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about when you were like, wow, it's the first time I thought about it that way. And I was like, I love teaching or learning together because it is just like learning. Like when you try to explain something, you learn so much going through that process. And it was cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's a classic movie too. Jack Black. Shout out Jack Black.
Yeah, shout out Jack Black, who's Black. We got Brett Blackman in the
Blackman.
Yeah, I wish we had
Jack Black.
Jack Black
Well, but
too.
isn't that part of the truth? that whole movie to me had lines in it like that.
Yeah.
That was an amazingly well-written movie. There were little, he's playing this loser type guy and yet constantly says something that
so deep.
Yeah, it's so deep and genius. That's what made it so good.
Yeah, and that's the whole point of the movie is like he's there pretending to teach, but in teaching these kids, he's learning about himself and about his passion for music along with them. So
this is Brett right here. Brett, I got
What would you say? Yeah.
Brett's the man. Love
my stranger. Go. Don't need to show my Instagram. That's like
too late, man.
Bro, if it's on the internet, we're finding it.
Yeah, check out URL to IRL. That's Brett's management company. He's got
URL to IRL. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
No one's Instagram is safe. Trying to get Quinn photos. Oh, cool. Well, dude, so how long have you been shooting music for?
Oh man, I've been shooting as an amateur since college days. I had a bunch of friends in bands, and that's around the time I started picking up cameras and really taking photography seriously.
And how long ago was college days? Because we obviously
that was right. That was 2011, 2012, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, 2012 was around the time I started like really diving into. I mean, I had like toy cameras. Yeah. I had some toy cameras in high school around like 2008, 2009, maybe. Didn't really know how to use them. I was just pointing and shooting. But I started really to learn more about the craft once I got into college around 2011, 2012.
And did you go to school for photography, or you just happened to be practicing while you were in school? What did you go to college for?
So I initially I was a double major. I majored in journalism and political science.
Oh, nice.
And swiftly found out that was not the path that I wanted to take.
Hold on.
You enjoy money?
Hold on. You combined journalism and political science. Was your idea that you wanted to be a reporter reporting on politics?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've always been super into politics. But yeah, I just wasn't. I've also always been creative too, and I wanted to explore that more. So I switched my major to film, and with a minor in photography, in Spanish. Yeah. So then, I did a year of that at NAU in Flagstaff, Arizona, and then I transferred out to Santa Monica College here in LA, and then just kind of started working out here and fell in love with the city and been here since 2013 now. So
you've been in LA since 2013?
I have. Wow. Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah. It feels like a long time, but it also feels brand new. It's time here works differently than elsewhere.
I agree. I went there for like a year and it felt like no time, but I also feel weird about it because Corona happened for like 7 months of it. So I feel like I didn't get my real first year yet. Like I was there and I had to leave because of Corona, and I'm like, all right, I'll go back once it's over. But it doesn't really. Yeah. All right, everybody wants. We're going off in chat, but we got to know like real quick. I know we had you on Photog Hangouts, so we asked you, but when you travel or if you, I don't know how much you've toured, but you've shot festivals. So
I've toured a little bit.
Like you toured a little
tours.
Bit.
Yeah.
Enough to take a shower at a venue, maybe. But do you shower shoes when you travel, or what's your vibe? Do you like flip flops in the shower?
Thankfully, I've never come into a situation where I've had to do that. It's always been at like a hotel or someone's place that I'm crashing at. So thankfully, I haven't had to use shower shoes, but I would definitely recommend the most sanitary practices if you are in a situation where if you think you might need shower shoes, then you probably do. Yeah, I guess that would be my rule.
It depends who's doing the thinking.
Yeah, exactly. True. That's true.
Because in my scenario, I'm like, oh, it's water. Why do I need showers? But other people, they're like, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
Anti-shower shoes social club. We should start.
Oh my God.
Should we start that T-shirt? Anti-shower shoes social club.
Yes.
Anti-social.
It would sell to crew.
Anti-shower shoes shower club.
Anti-shower shoes shower. Yeah. There we go. Because isn't there like what's the shirt? What's the company?
Anti-social social club.
Yeah, anti-social social club. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Hashtag
ASSSC.
Ask. God.
Connor on it quick again.
Yeah, Connor.
The man's quick.
How funny.
I just feel like Connor before stream sits in his chair and meditates. He's like, "We're gonna make jokes today.
Yeah.
They're gonna be great."
Yeah.
And like
He's a
channels
natural.
all his energy. Yeah. He's good. I will say we had one streamer, Connor wasn't there, and I felt like I didn't even stream. You know, it's like
He was just not even present.
his vibe is just so good. It's so strong.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's a positive guy.
Yeah. And he's like,
are all these emoticons called pogs? Is that what I see? Pogs?
No, Pog is like poggers, which means like really good play, basically. These are all emotes that people make. So like if you highlight them,
like
they have
this one.
Yeah, so if you highlight them, it'll have text, and that's how you do it. So like, I did wrong for that. But yeah, that's basically how you send it, and you have to have them. There's a bunch of them.
Tell me about
so
this
new.
Richard Branson shot.
Okay, yeah. So my roommate Luke, who we talked about a little bit before the stream, he works for Virgin Galactic as a video producer. So whenever they have like launches or events, they'll hire me out as a contractor to take photos for them. So I've been out to like the Virgin Galactic spaceport many a time and been able to travel with them for different events around the country and things like that. So yeah, that was on one of the test flight days, I believe. That was like maybe 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just wow.
Thank
Love
you.
this too.
Thanks. Oh,
Florence. Yeah,
yeah,
you
that
can't
was
see my screen.
that was at Forum.
Yeah.
No, there's just like a little delay between the.
Yeah.
He's got you up.
Yeah,
Nice.
I see the Florence. Yeah,
Some
so that was the
amazing
same
stuff
show
you've got
as.
here.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that Florence set was immediately after the Serpent with Feet set for the Raw that I submitted.
Oh, really?
Cool.
Yeah, I was at the same music festival, and she headlined that night, and Serpent with Feet was on right before her.
What festival was it?
That was Forum Arcosanti in just outside of Phoenix, maybe like an hour outside of Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, okay.
One of the coolest, most unique festival experiences. If y'all haven't heard of it.
What is it about it that's
That makes sense.
so unique?
Yeah.
What is it about it that's so unique? I was on mute.
Oh, no worries. So it
I heard it like
takes
coming
place-
through stream or something.
yeah, it was like very distant for a sec.
Yeah, it was
So
weird.
Forum Arcosanti is like a very small, intimate festival. They usually cap it at like 3,000 or 4,000 people, and it's put on at this place called Arcosanti in Arizona, like central Arizona, that basically operates as like a self-sustaining like eco village. And I don't know if someone wants to pull it up, but like the structures are just beautiful. Like it's not just like your typical open field, you know. They're like crazy cement structures, and it looks like something out of Star Wars. It's just like a wonky,
I got it before Connor.
psychedelic.
But it's also not fair because Connor, I think, is on stream, so he hears it after me.
Oh, so yeah, he's a little
Right.
late. Yeah, the Arcosanti. Yeah, but it's cool. They built it in like the 70s. You know, you can go there year round. Typically, I don't know if it's open right now, but usually you can go there and just like meet the people who live and work there year round, and they like live off the land. It's really, really fascinating. But every year they open it up for us to do a music festival there. It's
Interesting. 50th anniversary too, so they've been around a long time.
yeah,
50? That's almost
It says
51.
at the-
That's
yeah,
older than me.
70s,
Yeah.
right? And what
Math
I
checks
especially
out.
love about it is that it's nestled in between Phoenix, where I was born and raised, and Flagstaff, where I went to college. So like
it's got a place in your heart for sure. That's
it's got a place in my heart. And the first time I went, I was just in shock at how many people I knew there from like different, you know, periods of my life, like people I went to elementary and middle school with, or like college friends, and then like my LA music homies who all traveled out for it. So it's just like it's one of my favorite festivals for sure.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Your website, explain Quasar Media.
And your
Why
Twitch
not,
username,
you know?
more importantly.
Yeah, you know, why not Quinn?
Yeah. I've always just been fascinated by outer space and the cosmos, even from like a young age. was constantly like reading books on space and drawing planets and stuff like that. So the idea of a quasar, it's like the most distant, largest, brightest celestial beings that we really know about, and it's basically like the birthplace of stars. So it was just a cool concept, and I initially started Quasar Media with a dear friend of mine from back home, and we kind of just came up with the concept together. Her name is Rianne. So
it used to be not just you, and now it is just you.
Yeah, it was two of us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah, she's still a near dear friend of mine, but we just live in different cities and kind of took different paths with photography. But yeah, it's just I've always loved the idea of a quasar, and it's not something that's really like I hadn't heard many people talk about it before, so I thought it starts with a Q, so I thought it was the right fit for sort of what I wanted to showcase.
I like the name Quinn.
Definitely works.
No.
It's kind of like a phoenix rising from the ashes for stars.
Exactly.
It's a rebirth for stars, basically.
100%.
Yeah.
You have your subject matter is super wide. I mean, I'm browsing through your Instagram here.
Like the
and
amount
you've got
of
Barcelona.
Yeah.
In there.
Mm-hmm.
With Sagrada de Familia.
Yep.
And then you have, these wonderful stage shots like this, which I just dig.
Thank you.
There's so much emotion in this black and white shot with the guy with his arms out.
Mm-hmm.
And who is this?
That's Kate Renata. I think that was my first.
At Coachella.
That I shot.
Yeah, so good.
Thank
and
you.
It's going to take a second to come up for you, but this one is also Coachella. And you actually labeled it "Tis the Season," but just again the long exposure, there's an energy to what you shoot that I dig.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I really try to, capture things that feel dynamic or what I really enjoy photographing is like things that you wouldn't be able to see with the naked eye. Like that's why I really am drawn to like the multiple exposures or the long exposures. Like there's like a dreamlike quality that I really strive for with photography. Really influenced by
you do have a very
surrealist
vast
paintings and stuff.
But you're influenced by surrealist paintings?
Yeah.
So name like some painters that we could quick Google just to understand. Yeah,
Salvador Dali is like the main one, but stuff like that.
Have you been to the Dali Museum in Florida?
I have not. No, I didn't even know.
If you ever get a chance, it's I think it's Sarasota.
Okay.
And it's a wild thing to go through the Dali Museum.
I can imagine.
The guy was
out there.
St. Petersburg? Does that sound? St. Pete.
Yeah. Maybe it's St. Pete's.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow, it looks crazy.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
It looks absolutely insane. Yeah. If you Google like Dali Museum in Florida or Salvador Dali Museum,
it's the Dali.org. It's right here. Got it right here. And the building is really cool. The obviously it's Dali stuff inside. And it just there's some it's Dali art and if you don't know Dali, you really should look up Dali. Okay, so here's a question for you actually now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You like this type of art. What does Dali contribute to your photography or does it contribute to your photography or just your mental approach?
I think the mental approach. Well, I feel like they're sort of one and the same, just trying to explore the ways in which our perception, or I guess the ways in which like reality can be subjective. Like everyone's perception is different. Like kind of going back to what we were talking about with, you give 10 different photographers the same raw image and they'll all see something differently. So I really just try to, especially with music photography, I try to capture what's happening and be true to that, but still distort it in a way, or I try to make it feel like something you would just see in a dream, like not something you could just stand there and observe, you know.
Which kind of explains the multiple exposure kind of thing. And
you wanna segue into the photos, Steve?
Yeah, you want to do that now? All right.
Yeah, I mean it's right about time. We're like 2 minutes early, but that went by so fast.
Sounds good.
Yo, Steve, we're really good at relaxing and chilling on stream. Also, I would like to blame Quinn's aura of I'll blame him a little bit, but yeah, it's been like so I enjoy this. For that. Well, I'm like trying to think like. Oh, sorry. Can I say something real quick, Steve?
No. Go ahead.
I was trying to think like when I watch streams or when somebody watches streams, like you almost turn it on as like a radio show sometimes. Like you're just chilling, like making dinner, and you like turn on stream, and I was like, oh, we don't have to go so hard. It's like you kind of like put so much pressure on yourself to make it into what you know, and it isn't anything I know. So I don't know. I just feel an overwhelming amount of appreciation right now, so I'm trying to express it. So thanks for coming, Quinn and Steve, and the good vibes and everybody in chat. It's good.
But isn't that the shows that we do? But anything you see is always best when it feels like you've got your feet up on a coffee table, and you're just.
You put your feet on your coffee table? Chill out. That's just what?
Well, I mean, not when anybody can see
dirty
me.
Ass.
I know. Well, the feet have been washed.
I
wear shower shoes.
That too, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely shower shoes. By the way, Mr. C. Bean says, huge fan of your work. To be honest, a great inspiration for starting concert photography. Greetings and respects from Guatemala.
Thank you, Mr. C. Bean. That means the world. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kawaii Trash said that's literally how he takes it. The stream is his background noise or their background noise. 100% safe place and love it. And that's, to me, the key is it's just talk. It's just chatting.
Yeah. Just hanging.
Which brings us to your picture.
Cool.
We were 2 minutes early and now we're not.
Oh.
We're right on
so
time.
For this picture, normally, okay, so let me explain, because Quinn hasn't been here before. Let me explain kind of how I normally do this. I do a show called Behind the Shot. And so normally what I do is I kind of dive into your thought process as you made a photo.
Cool.
This one just begs to be approached differently because of the fact it's a multiple exposure. So let's start with the basic stuff everybody will understand, and that is, what gear do you shoot this with, or did you shoot this with? Who is this and where?
So, yeah, like I mentioned, this was at Form Arcosanti. I shot it on a Canon 5D Mark IV, which most like newer Canons, like I know you can do it on the Mark III, you can do it on the 6D, anything newer than that, you can do in-camera multiple exposures. So you go through your menu settings, you're in your capture settings, and there's a little tab that says multiple exposure. And on the Mark IV specifically, you can do up to 9 exposures in camera, and the camera will, apply those on top of each other. So that's how I do my multiple exposures. Obviously, you can take them separately and then just stack them in Photoshop, which people do. But I like to sort of challenge myself and do it in camera. I started doing it with film initially when I was in college. I did like a photo project for one of my photo classes, and it's the same concept, just analog. So that's how I approach that.
So you're shooting this. You're gonna shoot multiple exposures. Do you set it to 3 in this case?
No, typically I like to set it just all the way to 9 in case, I shoot a couple and I see something else that I'd like to incorporate. I'm not limited in that regard. So I set it to the max and just like shoot however many I think is appropriate for that shot.
Okay. So then that begs the question. You've got 3 here. What made you choose on this one? So you're shooting, this is going to be hard to explain. So you're shooting, you take the first frame. Do you let the subject move, or are you moving the camera to reposition them, knowing in your head, okay, I've got frame 1 in the middle, I'm going to put one on the left, I'm going to put one on... What are you doing as you're composing this in camera, basically?
That's a good question. I'm moving the camera in that one in particular, he's behind a keyboard or a piano, so he's not really moving laterally, which is super helpful because it can be really difficult when you have an artist who's running all over the place and you have to try to track them, which can be done, but it's a lot tougher than when they're just stationary. So yeah, this one I'm taking one, framing it up. I don't remember which one I took first. I think I took the middle one first, and then I moved the camera.
Straight shot.
Yeah, the straight shot. I moved the camera one way, zoomed in a little bit, took the next one, and then moved the camera the other way, zoomed in a little more, because you can see he's like different sizes in each shot.
So you're not concerned at all with him moving because or time in between those frames. You could theoretically go up in the rafters and shoot a full house shot as your second shot.
Absolutely, yeah. So for this one, he was like on a stage and I was sort of towards the front, and I had to move from one side of the stage to the other. So I started in the middle and I moved to one side of the stage and then moved to the other, because you can see like one is more head on and then there's one profile and another profile. So it doesn't really matter how much time is in between. When you're doing the multiple exposures, it will just hold those previous images until you are finished shooting the 9 or you save whatever composite you have already.
That's awesome.
Okay, but if you're like Adam and I, you're probably in high speed shutter. So high speed shutter, or are you turning that off to make sure that you don't accidentally go click click?
Oh yeah. For that, that's a good question.
Because and correct me if I'm wrong. I apologize interrupting, but this is something that just hit my mind. I got to get out.
Ooh, let's hear it.
It wouldn't work, right? If you did a click click and they were just a hair off, it probably wouldn't work as well. They kind of need to be moved and separated.
Right. Typically, yes. I think that's more of a stylistic choice, because I've done some where they've been closer together and not too much reframing, and it gives this like, it's still doubled, but it looks more like a blurred image than like 3 separate photos, but with like the multiple exposure, yeah, exactly. But with the multiple exposures, like, how when you take an image, you can have it set to where the image will show up like a preview on your camera. It'll usually show that preview before it allows you to take the next one, so that you don't. I mean, you can hold it down, but the burst photo isn't as quick. Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Okay, so are you doing this using live view then, or are you through the viewfinder?
Sometimes I do it live view.
I don't know why
I do it through the viewfinder.
Nobody can see the viewfinder.
Yes, use
for
your
those
eye.
that can't see, I was going or through the viewfinder.
They can't see it right now. Are we off?
The thing.
No, I turned it back on and showed them. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. No, usually I do it through the viewfinder. I'll take the photo, look at the screen real quick, and just have a mental image of where it is in the frame, and then go back to the viewfinder.
Okay, so I'm looking at your exposure info here. And according to the RAW, I guess that's the question, is according to the RAW, this is ISO 2500, 2.8, 1/250th. So you shoot, based on this, about where I start most shows. 2.8, 250th, and usually 25 to 3200. This is a dark exposure.
Yeah.
Do you ever change your exposure between shots?
Yes. So
I'm guessing it would make processing harder, though, if one overlay was bright and one overlay was dark. They kind of have to be even, or I guess artistic.
Yeah. Well, it kind of depends on the lighting. So if the lighting isn't changing drastically, I'll keep it the same. But sometimes you have lights that are constantly moving. For this one, it was pretty stagnant. You can change the shutter speed and the aperture, but you can't change the ISO between multiple exposures. So like, you would have to save your multiple and then go on to the next one to do one with a different ISO. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe something with the pixels would be off, or I'm not quite sure why they
That's interesting. I wonder why
limit
that
you
is.
in that regard. Yeah.
Have you ever
But
done
yeah,
Have you ever done a multiple exposure, Adam?
Not in the way, not the way that Quinn's describing it, but like I probably should get on it. I'm working the self portrait project I've been streaming and kind of had a roadblock set to work. I did it's like 340 images. So it's like a lot of exposures,
wow.
but it's more of like, I would say then it's more of like just like a composite, where I'm just like
Right.
overlaying, cutting out, overlaying, cutting out. Like it's just,
Mhm.
and it's such a process.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different, but not the way Quinn's doing it, but it sounds cool.
And I've known people that have done this before, and I always told myself I was going to try it, but a lot of times I only get 3 from the pit, and I just was like, I want to make sure I get the shots that I really want.
Yeah.
This is an artist I don't want to experiment on, but someday I need to try this.
Totally.
So do you, let's take it more just generic.
Mm-hmm.
This shot and others, when you're photographing, let's start live music. What's in your head composition wise? How do you in your head process what's where?
It's kind of on a case by case basis. Again, like with live photography, you're reacting to whatever the artist has in mind. So with something like this, where the artist is stationary, it's more up to me to dictate what the composition is going to be. Like how many times do I want to see them, or do I want to include like a detail shot with a more portrait style shot? But when the artist is moving around, you kind of just have to adapt to that and let them dictate, what they're going to give you. So I take into mind like the motion, body language, if there are any props, like if there's a mic stand or they're swinging a microphone around, or if they have a guitar. It's always different. So it's really just like, again, you have that like the kitchen sink, like different elements that are there, and you have to figure out how to place them in a way that looks tasteful.
Which in this shot, so I've mentioned this before, and somebody always says to me, I've never heard of that before, but I'm pointing it out again because it's interesting how often this comes up, even from people who don't think about the rule of odds. So in photography composition, there's something known as the rule of odds. It's more comfortable to the human brain to process things that are in odd numbers.
Steve, can I do like a hand raise real fast?
Yes.
I just want to, maybe this can be our uniform. We gotta just thank Don Lumps for jumping in, fellow streamer homie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just rated,
which is Dan Lambton.
Don just rated?
Yeah, his name's Dan.
Nice.
He used to be in a band that I worked with called Real Friends. He's a good homie, and he's streaming. And I think, wait, correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry to interrupt real fast, Quinn. I just want to say hey to him.
No, you're good.
Correct me if I'm wrong, dude, but you just did a stream, your first music stream or something. I just want to say congrats and welcome. So, yeah, and hey to everybody who came in. We'll keep it. Steve, keep explaining the rule of odds. I'll update everybody. We're talking to Quinn. He's our guest photographer this week. He's awesome. He released a raw a week ago. We edited all week, and now we're talking with him. He's going to edit it live in like 20 minutes. And
let's add, we've got Michelle in here now, which is great. We got Nate in here. I think Nathan's in here too.
We got a bunch of good people.
Yeah, we got a lot of great people in here. And for those of you that just came, what Adam does on Raw Editing Challenge is he gets a photographer like our guest Quinn. They give out a raw image, which a lot of people won't do, but the guests that come on this show give out a raw image beginning of the week. You edit it all week long. We have people, Brooke, that do, like 10 edits on a shot. You post them online. We interview Quinn or the guest. They edit it live, and then we look at your submissions. It's a great way for you to edit shots that you may never get to take. Sometimes they're landscapes, usually they're music. So with that in mind, you're shooting music here, but when you're not shooting music, so let's say that you are shooting something like, I'm pulling up your website right now. I should probably go to, let me go to your Instagram actually first.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I'm scrolling fast. So I'm going to make people dizzy. But let's go to your Instagram. And on your Instagram, you've got this on the top row, the one on the far right. is this kind of, it says Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm not sure what this is, but again, compositionally, you've got things laid out in a very comfortable way. What is this?
So that is from Intersect Festival, which it takes place in Las Vegas every year. It's a music festival, but they have like a lot of, they incorporate like interactive art pieces and like tech. They have like a giant, adult-sized jungle gym with a ball pit and blow-up slides.
That sounds sick.
It's a blast, dude. It's crazy. It's like a
So
circus.
Is this lasers?
Yeah, that's
Laser
one of the
beams.
interactive art. No, so they're not lasers. They're lights. I'm not sure what kind of light they are, but it's like an interactive light experience that it's like a big blacked out tent that's like in the shape of a cube, and they have this light show that goes on. So I was in there just trying to capture, I mean, I guess they are kind of lasers. I was in there just trying to capture, some people experiencing this art installation, and I decided to do like some really long exposures with it, and it came out crazy, doing some like light paint.
Oh, so this is a long exposure?
Yeah. I don't remember how many seconds it is, but
I'll tell you, this right here printed on metal really big would be
Steve, you love to print shit on metal.
Metal's awesome.
Second time you talk about it.
I've never printed on metal.
Well, there's two things. Awesome. You can print on metal, or you can do metallic paper.
Okay. What do you like better?
Two different things.
That's one of us printing metal on paper or what?
Like I got a self-help shot of One OK Rock up here next to me that's printed on actual metal.
Sick.
So yeah, if you've never printed on metal, you got to do it.
Check it out.
Everybody's got to print on metal.
So
at least
looking
once.
At least once. But looking at your site, the stuff is totally different, right?
Right.
You've got, grass that almost looks like a rice paddy field, but I'm guessing it's actually just steps. Oh, is that a rice paddy field?
It's a rice field in Bali.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then the question is,
math checks out.
Compare this to the shot today.
Oh, I love all the green.
Does Quinn put on a completely different hat when you're photographing rice field in Bali versus music shot? How does your mind shift depending on your subject?
Totally. So the rice field in Bali, that was more of. So I was there for a gig actually, and we just took a day to explore with Miranda actually. Miranda and I were shooting a festival out there for the W Hotel. Yeah, it was a blast. But we had like an extra day and a half to just sort of see the sights. So we went to the rice fields, and that was just Miranda and I walking around, just taking it all in as tourists and like shooting where we could. But with music, it's definitely more of like a heightened, intense experience because, you talk about just having 3 from the pit or like a limited amount of time to capture something powerful. So it's more calculated than I guess just strolling around in the rice paddy fields and shooting whatever you see. This is the triple exposure of an artist feels more like me constructing something. Mm-hmm. It feels more deliberate, like I'm much more focused.
You got Dolly on it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
This guy dollies.
Okay, but you're assembling it, so I guess then the question would be, when you're doing a triple exposure, do you go into the pit knowing, okay, I've researched this artist or I know this artist because I'm touring with it or whatever, mm-hmm. and I know how they play and I kind of have an idea what I want to do? Or are you flying by the seat of your pants when you're doing a shot like this? In other words, did you just make this up on the spot?
Yeah. This I just made
came to him.
Yeah. I definitely approach it with the mindset of like, what's the best representation of this artist that I can.
So you get inspired by them.
Yeah, totally. So like, an artist like Tame Impala or Thundercat that's a little more psychedelic. I want to get more. Thundercat. Yeah, dude is insane.
I only know him from that Mac Miller Tiny Desk performance. He's the bassist, right?
Yeah.
He's sick.
He shreds.
Yeah,
He's so fun live.
just like that.
But yeah,
Wait.
I try to
do
tailor
that
it to
again.
Sorry. Well, I feel Quinn. You know, like the bass player.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
It's the head.
Yeah, it's
I'm
all
trying to do
it's
the
all in
sassy
head
hat.
nod.
You know.
Yeah. But yeah, I try to keep it in line with like what I think the artist represents.
Mhm.
And that's whether it's multiple or not, multiple
Correct.
exposure or not.
Yeah, multiple like for me, multiple exposures is just like another tool that I have in my toolbox to try to, construct something that's in line with this artist's vision. Yeah, so I try it out with like most artists if I have time to.
So it's another lens choice to you.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's like throwing on a
So
fisheye
here's the question, then.
versus a telephoto.
Well, have you ever done a multiple exposure with a fish? I don't mean with a fish.
No, yeah.
Yes, I did a multiple exposure
right?
of a barracuda once. Yeah.
There's
a goldfish.
Trey
I'm really dying to
Anastasio,
do a
right?
multiple
Yeah.
But have you ever done a multiple exposure with a fisheye?
Yes. So
it's got to be harder if people are bowing.
It definitely is. Like people, it's definitely easier I found to do with a telephoto because it compresses everything and makes it flatter and more two-dimensional. I've done them with like ultra wides and fisheyes. It's not my favorite thing because I feel like those are already extreme enough where sometimes they can be sort of busy. But I mean, it's all about what you can achieve with it. Like if that's the right look for what you're capturing, then go for it. There are no rules.
Okay,
really.
so before we see you edit, I have two questions for you.
Yeah.
And the first one is, I dig this, and it's going to take it a second, but it's cover art outtakes for Must Be Nice,
Mm-hmm.
and a super long exposure.
Yeah.
I dig this.
Thank you
just
so
awesome.
much. Thank you.
And then the picture right next to it is who is this? This is Deuce's 2019 Rita Ora.
Yeah.
Deuces.
And this
is for W Hotel
is
again.
awesome.
That was in Dubai.
Yeah, this is just awesome.
Thank you so much.
For people that want to, kind of get in the mind frame of Quinn and shoot a multiple exposure or something, what's your one tip that if somebody was concerts come back, people go into the photo pit, people go, I saw Quinn and I really want to do a triple exposure in camera and I've got even the 5D Mark IV. What's the one tip that you would give them to help them succeed on that first try?
I think the most vital thing to keep in mind is to be conscious of where your highlights and your shadows are. That's like the real trick behind it, because if you have shadows on top of shadows, it's not going to show up. Same thing for highlights over highlights. It's going to be blown out. So for one exposure, like luckily with the serpent with feet shot, it in the foreground and the entire background is basically dark. So with that, you have a little more flexibility to place him where you want. But say you have an artist that's like, if there are more elements and the light, isn't as clear cut, you just have to be aware of where your highlights and your shadows are. Because that's
so
really
you're talking between exposures. So if I took a photo of Adam on stage and he was wearing a white shirt and it wasn't clipped,
I gotta go on stage.
Took a second exposure of Adam and his arms crossed. It's going to clip
with a white
where they
shirt.
Cross.
Can you imagine me on stage with a white
which
shirt?
Would never happen.
Get fired real
Adam
quick.
wearing white.
Yeah, what? Excuse me.
Yeah,
unheard of. Yeah, so it depends. So that, I guess the answer is twofold. So with the Mark IV, and I think with previous models too, you can pick what kind of multiple exposure you do. So there's
blend
additive.
Right.
Yeah, so there's additive, which obviously adds the exposure on top of each one. And then there's like an average where it'll average the two exposures. So the white on top of the white might have a higher chance of clipping if you're in additive mode, but if it's an average, it's not so much about clipping so much as it just won't show up. Like the one image will drown out the other image. Whereas if you have
what mode are you in?
I think I do average.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I do average. And it works better for different scenarios. I'm not always just in average, but yeah, if you just have to be aware of where your highlights are lining up so that you can actually see what the double exposure is, so that it actually appears. And that comes with knowing what your exposure is too, so that it's helpful that you can like change the shutter speed and the aperture. If something is the same exact exposure, you either want to make it brighter to make it more prominent, or you want to, boost up the shutter speed or something to make it a little darker.
I'm dying to see how he
very
edits this.
Technical. Yeah.
Well, guess what, Steve? I have like a pretty good surprise for you then. Next, we're going to have him edit it.
Sweet.
Yeah. Your wish is my command.
Sweet.
Wait, Steve. Connor asked a question a long time ago. What's in your Gatorade?
Oh, this is whiskey and Gatorade. No, I'm kidding. It's just Gatorade.
Blue. Oh,
I did buy two new whiskey bottles last night, though, and or not last night, but the other night when we were going to watch Ted Lasso, and I felt like a new whiskey for Ted Lasso. And Noah's Mill was just amazing. Got to say, I love it.
Oh, I was going to... What is that? What is
it's
Noah's
a whiskey.
Mill? Oh, I was going to say...
Bourbon.
We used to have this drink on tour called Cyan Disaster, which I just Googled and doesn't exist. And it was blue Gatorade and whiskey, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, it was a disaster.
Sounds like a blast.
After you work with an artist for a while, you can tell how much they've had to drink before they go on stage. And it's always funny when they go a little too hard. You're like, oh, they're feeling it tonight. Maybe not too hard, just pretty hard. And yeah.
And Kauai asked what flavor Gatorade is it. I only drink lemon lime.
Is it for the powder? You just refill the bottle. You just use the powder.
No, I wish.
We used to drink that when we were
Gatorade's
kids. I don't know if that's
expensive.
still a thing. You guys ever do the powder?
They make Gatorade powder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that not a thing anymore?
Just pour water into it.
Oh, that
just
probably
add
would
water.
save me some money.
Yeah.
It's either, for me, it's usually either this or Diet Coke. As Adam knows, I live on Diet Coke.
I mean, obviously what you're drinking is just you need those nutrients that exist only in those two things.
Yes. Yeah. This is the electrolytes to make up for the Diet Coke.
The only other alternative would be do like an IV of sugar and yellow number 7 or something. Yeah. Oh God, I hate that. Ooh, don't tap your veins. That's weird.
Yeah.
No vein tapping
Needles.
on stream.
I hate needles.
Emma's
No vein tapping on screen. Gotta add that to the quote list, man. No vein tapping on screen.
No vein tapping on screen.
All right, Quinn. I know we didn't.
Kauai said maybe I'm an alternate version of their dad since he only drinks 2 drinks as well.
No,
Could be. Diet Coke, Gatorade, and I love a good whiskey.
Someone said get the powder
you ready to
and
edit?
snort it. Yeah, let's get into it.
Oh, that's gotta burn.
Yeah, so you can share the
can't be
screen at the
comfortable.
bottom, and then Steve will take it from there. Do you see how it shifts? It might work, it might not. We'll see.
Cool. Yeah. Do I just do the desktop one?
Yeah, whatever one has your
that's
Lightroom on it.
easiest, probably, yeah.
Cool. Can you see my screen now?
Perfect.
That's the most icons we've seen yet.
Oh, down here? Yeah, it's a lot.
Dude, you have the map to the universe down there or something.
Okay, Adam.
It's like a quasar.
Adam,
up in
name
here.
all the icons.
Yeah.
All right, icon naming. Wait, let me try to name them all real fast, Quinn.
Okay, go for it.
Siri.
Hold on.
Oh wait, Finder
Look
Siri.
at-
What?
Look how many unread messages he's got.
Oh,
Is
no.
that 612?
This dude's popular.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Sorry, we ask
Dude.
you to share. We ask you to share your
Putting you
screen,
on
then
blast.
immediately go into your personal life. Sorry.
I'm getting the what's his name? Is it Ryan Adams, or who's the dude who just got put on blast for his camera roll?
Oh,
That's funny.
Chris Evans.
Chris. I'm getting Chris Evans
Chris
over
Evans,
here.
yeah.
Finder, Siri, Launchpad, Calendar, Notes, Maps, Photos, Messages, FaceTime. Don't know. What's that? News,
News.
iTunes, books, apps, settings, Chrome, Lightroom, Photoshop, Premiere, After Effects, Illustrator, InDesign, something you need to uninstall, Celtics, Stream, Steam, excuse me, Spotify, VLC. I don't know the Cube thing. What is that?
Record box.
Sorry if anything. I don't know. These are all
Record box,
cool.
okay.
No, you're good. You're good.
So I don't know the next two. FaceTime, Final Draft. I don't know what that is.
Oh, Final Draft. And what's the
Yeah,
next one?
screenwriting.
Lightroom, Premiere,
Blender.
Photoshop, GarageBand, Adobe Live. What's that S? Something Live again. Music stuff.
Mix Control.
Adobe. All right, I got maybe
Adobe.
80% of this.
Adobe.
Oh, you
What's
use
up, guys?
focus right.
6
Okay.
o'clock and I can't speak.
You
Yeah.
got most
All
of
right.
them.
We'll let you edit. All right. So
Cool.
editing. You get this in Photoshop. It comes out like this because you do it all on camera, which is fire. That's why we could use it for the raw talent.
Yeah.
What goes to your
you
head?
can also program it where it saves each individual one as a raw too.
Oh, you can. So you do get separate shots, and it will combine them.
Correct. Yeah.
Let's go.
Nice. Okay. Before you edit, so that it's larger on screen for those watching on mobile, can you click the triangle at the very top middle to collapse that top one? And if you want to, you can even do the same at the bottom with the slides.
Wait, say, oh, this guy?
No, it's like
Wait.
right underneath where it says. Yeah, you got it.
Gotcha. Hold on.
Right there, yeah.
Yo, I don't think a
how do I
single
get
person
this out of
Steve
there?
has requested that to knew where that was located because nobody thinks of that as a tiny triangle,
Never.
myself included.
How do I?
You can just
it's
hit the
behind
tab key
this.
if you want. If you hit the tab key, they'll all go away.
Well, that's fine. Wait. See where it says Adobe Photoshop right in the middle?
Not Command tab, just tab. Just touch tab.
Ah. There we go.
Yeah, you got it.
Cool.
Okay.
There you go.
So wait, you
And
get
then
this
bring
in
your one
Photoshop.
back on the right so you have your controls and you're good.
Yeah.
Or your presets, yeah. So if you're in,
There you
you
go.
get it in Lightroom, then what do you like before you edit? Do you throw a bunch of presets on it, or what's your edit before you edit? Like, how do you map out what you're about to do?
Yeah, I have a bunch of presets over here that I use just for color. Like I'll throw. So here's a version of the raw, and then here is the final image.
Okay.
And actually, I can
Oh,
go
wow.
through here.
This dude's shirt looks like religious or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it
it's
looks
like-
like something you'd wear to
like
a
a smock.
meditation.
That
Yeah.
straight up little collar and
Yeah. No, he's got drip for sure. Like the chains with the
Drip is
the
positive,
collar.
right?
Drip is drip is a good thing.
I'm learning.
Drip is just swag. Drip is 2020 swag.
Oh, okay, cool. 2020 swag. That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
My 2020 swag is my face mask.
So So this is the clean image, and then I can just go through the history if that's helpful too.
Oh, yeah, I don't even know we
what I
had
did.
history in Lightroom, to be honest. I forget.
Yeah, you can go through your edit history. So I throw on this preset for the color that messes with the blacks and the shadows, the whites. I used to lift my blacks. Now I'm more into hitting it with that, but
obviously it looks terrible right now. But that's because you're kind of editing for what you're going to do, right?
Right, exactly. So that just
To
changes
bring
the
everything
color
down.
Yeah, I like to shoot underexposed too, especially for live stuff, just so that I don't blow my highlights. It typically works better with lower ISO stuff, but there was hardly any light on this, so I had to shoot at 2500. But yeah, I got some split toning going on here, different color modification, the HSL, all that fun stuff.
the HSL. How did you do that with the target adjustment tool, or did you manually drag those?
I manually did.
Or it's in your preset.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's in the preset. Yeah, but once upon a time,
Kodak
I did this.
Attack
manually.
03.
Yeah, Kodak Attack 03.
Is that the year or the number? This Kodak Attack.
No, that's the number. I had a couple.
I like
this
that
was
name.
This was the third of several. Yeah, and then I bring it up so it looks semi-presentable. And then
And it says
fix
right
the
there, you
white
brought it up
balance.
almost 2 full stops.
Yeah.
And I love that because people, you can raise exposure a long way and be fine.
Oh yeah, push it. Push it to the limit. So then I crank the white balance, which is an easy just eyedropper tool, or if you want to do it manually. either one works. So now you can see sort of like the background elements are showing up, which I kind of like.
Super stony.
Okay, so
yeah.
I have to interrupt you. I apologize, but you
No,
just
go
used
for
the white balance tool, which it's one of the areas I think a lot of music photographers lack is they don't just correct white balance. So when you're using an eyedropper tool, because let's be honest, here he's got a shirt you could click on.
Yeah.
But there are those times when you're looking at the scene going, what the hell am I going to click on? So my question to you is,
it's like all
I have
purple.
things I go to. Yeah. What do you look for to use that eyedropper tool on in a shot if it's not obvious right away? Because I have a couple spots I go to. Like I'll go to the ring around the mic on the mic head, the inside corner of the white of the eye.
Yep.
I've even used teeth or a fingernail.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done teeth and eye. I didn't think about the mic. That's genius.
Yeah,
if
just
it's someone
the
with like,
mic head, the little.
The mic has like the little ring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good call. Yeah, I'll do like mics or cables. I'm pretty sure I just did his shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, I just did his shirt, and then it's still like a little
rat
blue.
hole, but that's a big one.
What's up?
I said that's just a big one to me. Sorry to take you off.
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, or also the tattoo would work maybe, or the keyboard. And then it's still kind of got like that blue tinge to it because of my split toning over here. But yeah, so there's that. Then what do I do? Oh no. Okay, so then looks like I tweaked the color temperature a little bit manually. Fiddled with the exposure a little more, brought it up, cropped it. And something with white balance too, I like to fiddle with the split toning too. That helps me with adjusting that. What else? Cropped it a little more, a lot of cropping.
A lot of crop, a lot of clarity. And then, so you're going through and doing all this stuff, and it's cool you have it all saved. How do you know when you're done? Like, what do you do? What are you going for? Are you just
Nothing's ever done, man.
Well, like, how do you know when you're going to stop editing? You know, you're like doing a step, and then when you want to do the next step, are you like looking at it and saying, hey, I don't like this, let's solve that problem, and then some other problem comes up and you solve that one? Or do you have like an image, like, you know, like you had Dolly that inspired you? Do you have something you're kind of going for color wise, or like what's the, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I get what you're saying, I think. And it really comes with just like setting something down and coming back to it. I found has been really helpful for me. I don't know if it's like,
no, I buy that. So heavy, dude. So heavy.
But yeah, no, I'll like fiddle with something. And I'm sure, like, you know, I didn't just bang through all of these things and it was done. Like, I'm sure I did some of them and then went and edited other ones and came back to it. And especially with like a photo set of several, I try to find just like, what's the mean, like what's the look that, you know, keeps everything cohesive for all of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's just really helpful because especially when you're looking at this image for, say I'm working on one photo for like 30 minutes and my eyes are hurting and I'm just like, okay, I need to like go eat a snack or something and come back to it with a different frame of mind.
If your eyes hurt, eat a snack.
Yeah. Yeah. Or just like don't look at a screen for like half an hour.
Well, yeah, go sit on your balcony, go for a walk.
Go for a walk.
Get some refresh. Refresh your palate.
Exactly.
Visual palette.
But yeah, I feel like if you're looking at the same colors changing, like making micro adjustments over and over again, you can kind of like lose sight of what the overall vision is. So it helps to like look at something else or just take a breather and then come back to it with a fresh set of eyes. And then that really tells me if it's like, if I come back to it and I like it, cool, it's done. If not, I'll fiddle with it some more.
Yes. That makes sense. And Emma in chat, totally unrelated, wants to know everybody's opinion on watermelon. And speaking of watermelon, that would be a good snack to go have to refresh your eyes.
True.
If you like, I don't know, do you like watermelon?
I do. Yeah. It's not my favorite. I'm more of a berries guy than a melons guy, to be honest.
Yeah, those aren't even in the same world for me, other than the fact they're fruit.
Right.
Melon is
exactly.
just like, you know, that's like, I don't know, steak and chicken to me. I know they're both meats, but chicken is
Right.
somewhere where I don't want it that often, and steak is somewhere where I like it the most.
That's fair.
I'm like, berries feel like I'm eating money. I don't know how to explain that, but they feel like little health bombs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow,
Connor
these are.
said, I like a good stick of butter.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Odin said berries greater than melons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yo,
No, I love melons, but yeah, berries, antioxidants, man.
Every time I ask for a fruit salad, I'm like, can you not put any melons in it? And they're like, that's all it is. And I'm just like, oh, then I don't want it.
Well, damn.
Well, yeah. I do not want it.
I feel like melons can kind of like honeydew. I'm not big on honeydew or like cantaloupe. It's got to be like
cantaloupe's
watermelon.
great. Honeydews, Cantaloupe's
Honeydew's great. Yeah, cantaloupe can be good.
But it's like, I feel like you have to have those things not in America where they're just like, taste terrible. Like tomatoes in America, unless they're from a garden, terrible. Like stuff like in other countries. Other countries are like, oh, this is what this fruit is supposed to taste like.
Right. It's like indigenous to that place.
Italy.
Yeah.
I don't think I had really tasted a tomato until I had tomato sauce on a pizza in Italy.
Yeah, same with me. Israel was me. Yeah, I was just like, oh my god, you can eat them. You can eat them just whole there, plain, like you eat little tomatoes.
Yeah.
Sorry about talking about tomatoes so much, but
no, it's all good. We're just.
But here's the key. This matters.
Yes.
Brownies are good everywhere.
This is true.
Yeah, they go really good with Diet Coke and Gatorade, I hear.
They do, yeah.
All the essential food groups right there.
Yeah. We got a whole pyramid if you get those things going.
Yeah. Sugar, aspartame, carbonation.
Yeah. Sign me up.
That's all you need, folks.
Well, also, Steve, I don't know if you know this, Quinn. He eats Del Taco burrito every day. I don't know.
Really?
It's not a burrito. Yeah. It's a Chipotle chicken roller.
Oh.
Which is kind of like a little burrito.
Very different.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I offended you deeply.
Very different.
A Chipotle chicken roller.
It's like not even the same.
CCR. All right.
Ooh, someone has a really good comment in the chat about.
Ernanik said something interesting.
That's Eric, I think.
In the chat.
I think that person's name is Eric. I might be wrong though. Yeah, go for it. Who wants to read it out loud?
What do you ever worry? And I'm curious, both of you, your editing room. Do you ever worry about, because if you're in the right room and let's say you had dark brown on the walls, that will reflect onto your screen and affect your color correcting. True. So what they say is for long editing sessions, I recommend a 50% gray color, put it behind your monitor or near wall, rest your eyes at that. And they're talking about resting the eyes, but it also affects just your editing. Do you edit in a room that you worry about the colors on the wall ever?
No, my room, unfortunately, is pretty white. So I don't worry too much about that. But that's a great tip.
Steve, we don't know how purple rooms. Sorry, bro.
Yeah. I wish I had a purple room.
Hold on.
Right? Hey, Google, turn all my lights to purple.
Yeah.
All right, we're good.
No, it works like this. It's like, I just turned on airplane mode.
I hope I just turned somebody else's lights to
purple. No, it's this.
Wow.
Set the office lights to red.
Hey, Google, turn all the lights red. White.
Set the office lights to white.
I need some mood lights for sure. I'm jealous. I got to set my game up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nothing like hue bulbs. Hues are great.
My girlfriend just texted me.
Set the office lights to blue.
My girlfriend just texted me pink vibe because it just changed all the lights in the whole place.
Nice. Love that. Adam has God power.
So
funny.
Your next edit is a radial filter. What do you do with radials? I love radials.
Radials especially come in handy for multiple exposures because, as you can see here, like the exposure is a little different on this guy over here than it is on these two. So I believe I hit it with, a little exposure on the radial filter. I mean, radial filters you can use for everything. It's just a more specific way to edit like a certain region of your image. So yeah, I found that they're really helpful for multiple exposures,
but
especially if like the light's
use more
changing.
than one. Do you ever find them conflicting with each other? Like you put one here, you put one
conflicting
exposures. When I do radials,
I just picture them battling each other. Sorry.
Exactly. I usually have it affect the outside of the radial. At which point, when I put another one on, I'm fighting that.
Right. I haven't used the outside radial as much. I typically use the inside for just like
Okay.
grabbing and putting some exposure on one of my subjects.
On a person.
But yeah,
some exposure on
definitely
it.
sometimes they can clash for sure, especially if you're playing with like the color temperature or things like that. Yeah.
Odin
I
wants to
just
have a
try be
radial duel. Well, we'll have to have a battle.
Battle begin.
Let the battle begin.
that would be a fun little challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the left,
Oh wow,
we have
Yeah,
Adam
wow.
Malachias.
Get out of here with that voice.
love that.
Quinn, we've had battles on here. We've only done like 2, but we'll have to do more in the future where we have like photographers
Please.
come on and we get it raw submitted and they battle it out on how
Wow.
to edit it.
That sounds like
out.
a
Quasar Media
blast.
has now pulled
Dude,
out
it's
the
pretty
radial
fun.
filter.
I would love
Quasar
to
is
do
going
that.
to the exposure. Quasar is changing the exposure.
This really happened. He's making a
Oh,
funny thing,
man.
but we did it. Quinn and Nate
I
Hill
love
and
it.
It
chat
was
did
funny,
one.
too.
We had a mod chat one.
You had a what?
Like a mod one, like all the moderators did one. Just
Oh,
like,
nice.
it's hard, right? Because we have to get people on stream who, well, they're on stream, so I'm accountable for all their actions. So we started with like people that had been here since the beginning and moderators, and then hopefully we can start doing more and more. But it's such a process to like vet people and
Yeah.
get them on stream. So we'll figure it out. It's hard, time consuming.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Steve
Definitely.
slapped me. Yeah, Steve and Connor battle.
Oh man.
It is fun though. It's good vibes.
At least Connor's keeping it real, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't have
Seems
a
like
choice.
he's not a sore loser.
Did
No,
you see
he's
the
not a solution.
Did you see the
I got
emote
taken to
combination
school.
that Odin did? Look
This
at the
one
emote
right here.
combination Odin did.
Making everyone weak in the knees. Oh my god. Yeah, Steve, I hope you get paid for that movie voice. That's killer, man.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's a radio.
that's
He's a radio
hilarious.
presenter, like real
Yeah.
on the radio every night.
Wild.
So, yeah, that's good. Well, thank you for showing us
All
your
right,
edit.
we're sorry.
Yeah, of course.
You were
Oh,
editing.
no worries. Yeah.
I mean, I think we did most of it. Oh wait, no, is there more?
Yeah.
No, it's update exposure adjustment. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just still funking around with the radial filter,
Ooh,
and that's
nice.
about it.
Funking
then I
around.
export
Good-
it.
good save.
Funking around. Yeah.
There's that bass again.
The bass.
Nice.
It's all
Yeah.
about that bass.
So when this is the before, that's the after.
What's mad mean?
That is a drastic edit.
Yeah.
Mad. Yeah, I am from the Midwest. My Midwest
I
was showing.
dig that shirt though. I kind of want that shirt.
Right? It looks super comfy.
I
I'm
would
sure
wear
it's
that.
like hemp
Yeah,
or
it does.
something.
What's it called?
I don't know. What
Cool.
what is that? It's like a
2020 drip shirt.
2020 drip shirt. Is that a smock? What is a smock?
Mod. A smock? A
I
smock
don't
is
think
like
a smock has buttons. That's like
a
a
smock is
pullover,
the
I
thing
think.
you
A
wear
smock
in
is like
art
a
class. Yeah.
Right.
Remember that? Art. Remember class? Remember
Yeah,
art?
yeah. You like put it's like a chef's.
Dude. Can you imagine being a kid right now? Okay, think back to how long summer vacation was. It was only like 3 months tops, and it felt like half the year when I
A
was a kid.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now think about
Yeah.
how long these kids have been out of school. They're literally been out of school for like 6 years.
Damn.
It's crazy. Poor
That's
kids.
wild. Yeah.
I feel bad for people getting their childhood yanked out from them right now. It's definitely rough.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't like.
I
go
feel
to the-
bad for people who
go to
didn't get to go
public
to a normal graduation
Yeah.
or a prom.
hmm
You know, those key things.
Yeah.
Um,
Obviously, there's much worse things happening
or
too.
CIF
I'm not taking away
finals
from
for their
that, but-
swim team or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother was a senior in high school when the pandemic broke, and he missed his
He's still
high
a
school
senior.
baseball season. Yeah. No, they did like a little drive-by graduation in the parking lot.
That's
Everyone's
sick.
pulled by in their cars. Yeah. So technically he's graduated, but yeah, you just miss out on all that fun stuff.
We should start a company called The Shit You Missed. And on it, we'll just have
Yeah.
like proms that happen
Recreate.
weekly and graduations, and you can just show up and experience it. And there's just an audience
Yeah.
there all night.
Yeah.
It's theshityoumiss.com.
And then a T-shirt that just says theshityoumissed.com.
Steve, you
Somebody
want to
go
pull
buy
up?
the domain now.
You want to pull up some of the edits we saw? I know
Yep.
there was some good a small but
Yeah, I
unique
would
set
love
this
to
week,
check
and I
these
want to
out.
see them.
We can definitely
Yes.
do that. So if you want to stop your
Yeah,
screen
and,
sharing, Quinn,
Cool.
Yeah, thanks for editing, Brock.
Yeah, of course.
That
Happy
was sick.
to.
Dr. Clown P. Fart
And
said they
there
spent
were
the
some
first 3 months
really-
editing digital commencements. That's a long time. That's a long
There
time.
were some really killer edits this time. Interesting, they chose to crop it portrait. So there's going to be a delay until they get to them because the way I'm
Yeah, we'll just
sending
see it
this over-
live.
Actually, I should just change my camera. But it's pretty quick. I think it's less than probably 15 seconds.
And remember, Steve, let's say who this is, too.
Yes, I definitely will. Let me
'Cause I can't see
get
it.
out of this. So this is Svenja.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually kind of dig that they went portrait with just 2 of the overlays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's
cropped them out. They cropped you.
sweet.
And you out.
It happens.
So
It does happen.
Nate Hill
Ooh.
was in the battles we talked about, and Nate Hill always goes kind of next level. Like Nate Hill is the guy that when they edit something, you think I'm done. I know I'm not even going to try now. Made first of all a classic weather-worn album cover,
Wow.
and
Which is the path to Steve's heart if you were on
Made
another
an
stream with us. He
actual-
loves that shit. Like,
Really?
loves it, yes.
The
Made a
cassette tape
cassette.
is fire.
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, my
Wild.
God, man.
Yeah.
Just even the fact that they even thought about that. But this
Knowing
one
Nate, I bet
is,
that cassette
this is
plays the
from
music, too.
Every
somehow.
Night is Emote Night. And
Emo night. Oh,
they
is it Emote
went
Night?
kind of, this is very close to your edit, actually, where they brought the exposure up, brought the colors back. Really, really nice touch. on
Yeah,
that
it's
one.
fire. I love how they brought out the blues too in the background. Like it's crazy. Like all the info that even like the darker raws hold. You can
Yeah,
still get
just
so
all
much of
hidden.
that
Yeah.
back. Yeah, even with the high ISO, it's just like it's still there.
Agreed.
That's the
Oh, this
thing.
is-
You raised over 2 stops, and it looks fine. This is Brooke.
Who's Cornish
Sick.
Gamer in chat.
Black and white.
Long time supporter. Always
Sick.
edits. Consistently every week. Love them.
Oh,
Such a tasteful. Look at the face on the left. Super clear, nice highlight push on the face. Brooke just always does such really, really good work.
oh yeah.
Christian, who is in the chat,
job,
I don't
Samuel.
know if they're here today.
Christians usually here, but they
Uh,
actually live in Italy, I believe. Oh, they're here. Yeah, they're from Italy, so it's late for them.
Yeah,
Big up to Italy.
more the almost poster.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That was cool.
What are you drinking, Quinn?
Oh, this is Stumptown original cold brew.
Bro, how the hell do you live?
Shout out Stumptown.
How are you drinking cold brew right now? What? I
I
want to
don't
know how
know.
many coffees you
What's
drink a
on
day and what's going on in your internals that you
Dude,
can do that.
really only like 1 to 2. Usually I'm on the yerba mate, but today I opted for the Stumptown.
Are you
to
not going to
support
just be zinging well into the after hours tonight? What's the vibe?
I'm always zinging well into the after hours. I'm like a total
Might as well be
night owl.
caffeinated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, I vibe. I like that. Okay, yeah,
This is-
I'm like the opposite. If I drink a caffeine, then I am just dead.
yeah.
It's just like forever. I'm so wired.
Mhm.
Sorry, edits.
No, that's
my
all
bad.
good. I'm blasting off.
This one is Sacrificial Pancake.
Sick. I love that name too. Sacrificial.
Took out the
Pancake.
keyboards.
Took out the keyboards, gave it like a crazy pink glow. Dig it.
Shane. That's a lot of
Sometimes
good-
people go really crazy with compositing.
Yeah,
This is Gary Marlowe.
right on. Yeah,
Gary,
I love like the
I don't know if
I
Gary's
am
ever been a-
impressed by.
Gary always does wild stuff. I don't
Go
know if he's
ahead.
ever been a chat, but he's cool.
I'm just really impressed at how well the 5D Mark IV blended these.
Yeah.
It's kind of shocking. I know people who couldn't do that in Photoshop.
It's wild. Yeah, again, just the highlights. Like if you got a black background, it's way easier to work with than if there were more elements, like you see on the right, you can kind of see the lights behind him, but the one on the left
Yep.
is just like solid.
Well, and Odin here, Odin Imaging is in chat.
What up?
Made
Owen?
the made those
Nathan.
background lights much more pointillized. Like
Yeah.
almost painting like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same.
Here's Brooke again.
Yeah, Brooke
this
is from an hour ago. Brooke getting
Oh,
loose.
what? That's wild. Dope.
Man. See what I mean? Sometimes you look at him and you're like, I'm done. I'm not editing anything ever again. Oh, here's Connor. Connor went black and white.
Nice.
Yes, Connor, that's Captain Lasagna. Yeah, thank you guys for editing this week. I appreciate it. People do this every week. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
Jeremy did kind of the same type of a very natural edit, which I got to say for this shot, I kind of like you approached it, actually. I kind of like the more natural look.
Yeah.
I think this shot really supports being very, very natural.
Is there anything you saw after seeing other people edit it that you learned about this image that you didn't really notice when you were doing it just on your own? Do you know what I mean? Like,
ooh.
Like, did they show you anything that maybe you just didn't realize? I don't know. Or edit in a way that you don't think you could. Like, I don't know, the person who cropped 2 people, do you ever crop? I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. I don't even know how one... Is that like a clone stamp tool?
I don't know. I
think that's
looks
tricky.
Like it.
I really like that.
Yeah, it looks wild.
I'm just always impressed with people's Photoshop
Kuzi.
skills. Word. Thanks,
Did you see this one from Eva? This is pretty good. I like this.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I think I saw it on Twitter. I'm just always really impressed with people's Photoshop skills. Like, I feel like that's something I really would like to improve at. So like the graphic images and stuff are sick.
Yeah, people really hard. Went kind of next level on it, which I just really dig. I think people push the limits of what can be done.
Mm-hmm.
And like this one, this is who was this again? Let me look. This is Tiff Rex. This is actually in the Discord channel.
Nice. They got all crazy with the colors.
Yeah.
It was definitely
the
hard.
Left is almost black and white.
That looks like a painting.
Oh yeah, you're right. It kind of does.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a trip.
The hashtag on Twitter is Raw Editing Challenge, Mr. CB. So just the name of everything. So if you want to check it out. Yeah, everybody's staying active in the Discord.
So yeah, just some fantastic edits, people, as always.
Well done.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, good applause all around. I'm a vibe on that. Look at, you can do these things too in Zoom. Look at, woo, little applause. Does anybody have?
People were saying that you didn't have the high five. So Adam, here.
I don't have it. Oh, just like actually do it?
You got me.
Oof.
I don't know if that works.
There.
You got to go up, Quinn. You're on the bottom. Yeah, you got to go up. I can go down. All right, cool. I hope somebody tunes into our stream right now.
We're just like,
just getting loose.
Yeah.
If you guys have any questions for Quinn, let us know. Connor's about to hit one that he's had CNP'd, copy and pasted, ready to go right now. Yes, you can clip anything from the stream. If you guys don't know how to clip, highlight, it says clip. It's also Alt-X, and you can make a clip out of anything. And and then you can post it. So you guys are always welcome to do that. If you're new to Twitch, that's how you do it, though. What was I going to say?
Yeah, hit us with any questions, though, in the chat.
Let's see, what was I saying? Quinn, what do you have any fun stuff coming up that you're excited about that you're allowed to talk about? Or what do you do? I don't know. Yeah. Do you have any more shoots coming up?
What do you do, man? Like,
I mean, sometimes I feel bad asking that right now because I know some people aren't shooting, and I'm not trying to make them focus on it. I just want to be.
Oh, yeah. No worries. I actually have a shoot tomorrow with Ashley Osborne and Beth Serrano.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
With an artist. We're going to be in the studio doing some fun stuff, getting creative.
That's awesome.
I've also got a couple music videos I'm directing for an artist coming up, so I'm excited with that.
Congrats, dude. That's great.
Thanks. Yeah. Been something I really wanted to step into for a while, so I'm excited to see it finally sort of coming to fruition.
Hell yeah. We'll look forward to seeing your videos.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely. Also, Steve, what what kind of camera are you using, by the way, for your your video quality is sharp.
Are you trying to make him like have the best night ever?
Yeah. It's just like the quality is so much better. I'm like looking at my screen like, damn, I'm just on my laptop.
It's a 5D Mark IV with a 24-70 Mark II.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
It's great. This is the same camera we use to shoot concerts. It's whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Those things are versatile, man. You can shoot anything with those bad boys.
Connor had a good question. He wants to know
it's nice.
He wants to know what's a skill you've been trying to improve on so you can be more value to a festival or tour crew.
Ooh, I don't know if this really applies to festivals as much, but something I'm trying to improve on is directing talent, like artists or models, things like that. Just really learning the language that will help them understand what I'm looking for. Because sometimes there can be like that disconnect when you're shooting, you know, you say one thing that makes sense to a photographer or a director that doesn't make sense to the person on the other side of the camera. So just really like honing in on that skill. I feel like I'm great with people in general and just like chatting with them, but when it comes to like telling them what I want, I need to improve on that. So that's something I'm working on.
No, that makes sense. That's a good thing to notice and then a good thing to work on.
Yeah. For festival stuff and things like that, just really, I don't know, again, I keep talking about Ashley, but she's a huge inspiration to me as someone who is a creative director. Yeah, definitely. Everyone should check out Ashley's work if you get a chance.
And Connor will put it in chat.
Cool. But yeah, she is also a creative director, so she's in charge of like a lot of the art direction and just like helping construct like the artist's vision basically. And that's something I want to do. It's like more of a holistic approach. Like you get to do some photography, some directing, some like marketing stuff. It's just a little bit of everything. So I really want to step more into that creative role, which would include like, you know, touring with artists, basically the whole gamut.
All encompassing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's great. Well, cool.
Yeah.
And Connor did put the Ashley Osborne link in the chat.
Yeah, if anyone wants to check it out, just click that. You see the Instagram. Check out her Instagram.
Yeah. Get
a good vibe. Well, Steve, I don't know about you, but I'm down to kind of wrap this up if that's cool with you.
That works absolutely fine with me. This was as always super fun. And I just gotta say, everybody in the chat, it makes the conversation, right? The chat, the conversation with Quinn, it just makes this one of the best times of a week.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Quinn, tell Ashley we want her on, and she should just hit me back on my email.
I will. I'll see her tomorrow. I'll bug her for you.
Be like, Adam's waiting for it.
Yeah. But no, again, I really appreciate you guys having me on. It's been such a welcoming, warm environment. Shout out everyone in the chat for being super cool. Thanks to everyone who did the remixes and the edits. Like, y'all are mad talented. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks, man.
Fun and yeah. I appreciate the love. Yeah.
And what we're gonna do now, I know that we're on a Zoom call here, so when we do this, we'll stay on it. But you guys, we're gonna raid a channel. So
hold on, don't raid yet. Don't raid quite yet.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tell everybody.
Because before we finish.
Oh, there we go.
Where is he?
I'm right here. Can you guys see me yet?
Hey, no, we can hear you.
There we go. What's up, guys?
There he is.
Jose, what's up, bro?
Dog?
Welcome.
Good to see you, man.
This is Jose is a photographer, works for Coachella and some other events. Works with Quinn, and they hang out, so that's why we brought him on. Another music photographer. And what's your website, Jose?
What was that?
What's the website? What's your website?
Right now, I'm actually working on a website, but I've just been using my Instagram, so it's just _Jose Negrete.
Oh yeah, well I can't spell that, so.
J-O.
I got it right here.
All right, Steve will throw it in chat.
I'll pull it up.
Okay, cool.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm operating off my phone right now, if you guys couldn't tell, but you know we're out here
just really good.
Some Sunday grilling.
That's awesome.
Chilling and grilling.
Chilling and grilling, staying safe.
Classic Jose.
Classic
great,
Jose.
Dude.
Good to see you, man.
Likewise.
It's been a minute.
It's funny because I just thought, before we finish, I'm just going to get Jose in here to surprise him. And he's
Love
like,
that.
yeah, I can download the app. I'm like, no, you got to go quick. We're ending.
Yeah, come now. Come hang. Well, awesome.
Oh, dude.
Thanks for having
So
me.
happy
boys.
to see you. Yeah, man.
Thanks for coming and saying hey and making everybody's day that much
Of
better.
course, I wanted to say hi. I was like, Steve messaged me and he's like, "When are you and your boy Quinn?" I was like, "Oh man, I got it."
That's sick.
Love that, man.
Yeah, and he said mostly nice stuff about you too.
Oh, that's
Except
the
for one or
first.
two things. Yeah.
That's the first.
I would say it was like
Yeah.
90%
Some not nice
nice.
things about me. I'm glad he's saying the nice things.
Yeah.
No, Jose and I have had some great
So
times
who are we
together.
rating?
All right, so on Twitch, just so you guys know how this works, especially with gaming, it makes a little bit more sense. But photography community is kind of small on here. But gaming, when you're done streaming, you raid somebody else's channel, which means everybody on here goes to another one. But I found this channel with this guy named Dylan Photog. He is currently editing a Chicago Cubs versus Milwaukee Brewers baseball game. So he has one person watching. So we're gonna go in with a bunch of people. Everybody just say what's up, give them a follow. We're going to make this person's day, show them what we're all about. It's going to be a good vibe. So literally we have the power to make somebody's day. So we're going to do that.
Fire.
Let's do it. Drop the link.
All right. So it'll automatically take us. So we're going to raid now. You guys all ready? All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
Connor says, let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah, this person's about.
Fire.
Oh, nice shot.
Yeah.
I like
That's funny.
his chat rules are just like.
Okay, should I stop streaming now?
Don't
Yeah,
be
yeah. Stop streaming.